Hi, Faye. Okay, this is Mr. Kamal, and I'm going to be taking a recorded statement. And what I'll be doing is asking you some questions, and then I will help you file a complaint or at least request information about the process.
Okay.
All right, so just tell me what happened, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I think I did mention to you before, I was not the victim.
Mm-hmm.
I was not there when it happened. I'm just trying to find a way to get help for my daughter and my grandchildren.
Got you.
A neighbor of my daughter's, she's had problems with them for years now. It's always been back and forth calling the police, and just here recently she ended up going into mediation with them because of the problems she's having, and was threatening the mediation hearing. She didn't tell me what was said or anything, but on November 13th, one of their daughters one of their daughters had their cousin that was there, who doesn't live there, call the police and report that there was 10 to 15 people in and out of the garage next door, and they looked to be pretty young, and they thought they were drinking and smoking. So within 4 minutes, the police showed up, 4 squad cars. According to what my grandson said happened to him was that an officer came into the garage, immediately grabbed a hold of him, handcuffed him. While that officer was holding him by the handcuffs, another officer punched him in the face 3 to 4 times. At that point, some of the kids had, ran into the house and got his mother.
Hold it. How old is your grandson?
15.
He's a 15-year-old kid.
Yes.
Is he a big kid, a small kid, medium?
I mean, for his age, I don't think he's a big kid.
He's about average size?
He's like 5'6".
Uh-huh.
160, I don't know. I don't think he's even 160 pounds. He might be 140. I don't know how much he weighs. He's muscular.
Okay. But he's not the size of a grown man.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
And he was struck 3 times, at least in the face, by an officer. Did your grandson say that the officer gave him a reason for why he was hitting him?
No, they wouldn't even tell him why they were there.
Okay.
The only thing, after this had happened, they said that neighbors had, or not, they didn't even say neighbors, they said they got an anonymous call that someone was breaking into the garage.
Okay.
At no point did they ask him if he lives there. They asked him his first name, and that was all.
Okay, so they got an anonymous phone call, at least that's what they told you later, which prompted their action, and the anonymous phone call claimed that someone was breaking into the garage.
Yes, but that's not, I've got the 911 calls. That's not what was said.
Okay, you have the 911 calls, and what do you have? You have the recordings, you have the transcripts, what do you...
I have the recordings.
You have the recordings. Can you send those to me?
I would have to get a copy burned.
Well, you don't have to, well, no, you can actually just upload the file to us. I don't want anything original. I just want a copy. If the police raise it, I'd like to know what's on it so I can refute something if they challenge your evidence.
Yeah, I just typed up a transcript of what was on the 911 calls for my daughter.
Okay, but there is no evidence of anyone calling in that sort of a complaint?
About someone breaking into a garage?
Yes.
No.
Okay. All right. And was anyone else injured, struck, or was there any additional misconduct by the officers?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead.
When 4 of the kids ran into the house, they got my daughter. She came out of the house, and when she seen them roughing up her son, she started yelling, which is natural. It's her son. Wanting to know what was going on, why they were, trying to arrest him. What did he do? Just all kind of questions. And,
has he ever had any problems with this police department before, or is this the first time he's run into them? Or
like this.
Oh.
She hasn't had anything like this happen.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some scary things happen.
Okay, Well,
but
just
it was.
go ahead and continue with what happened on that day. So
Okay.
let's finish that, and then one more question I have for you. Most important question. I need the name of the police department, and if any of the officers, if you can name them, give me their names if you have them.
Oh, sure. You want me to continue with what had happened though, right?
Well, yeah. First, tell me their names, and then we'll continue.
Okay, the officers' names.
Yes.
One was Donald O'Brien. I'm looking at the report here. I have all their names. I have, from the 911 calls, they gave me a run sheet of the call.
Okay. Well, you've been very smart to gather that information. A lot of people don't know that you can actually get that record, and it's a transcript telling you who was dispatched to the call.
Right.
So you were very wise to obtain that. So go ahead and give me. Well, you know what? You can send me the names when you send me the email of the other materials I'm going to be looking for.
Okay.
But you do have the names. Now, what's the name of the police department?
Toledo Police Department?
And that's Toledo, Ohio?
Yes.
Okay. And have you reported your complaint to the police department yet? Have you actually told them about it?
My daughter went to internal affairs and they told her she had to wait till the outcome of her trial or conviction or whatever. They charged her with obstruction of justice
And wait. They charged her with criminal offenses, but I'm asking you this. Did they say that they would not investigate allegations against the officer until her charges were proven true or not?
Right.
So in other words, the police are innocent as long as she's found guilty.
I don't know.
Because they're basically saying that they're not even going to do an investigation.
Right.
Well, I mean, my question to you is, and I'm asking this, it sounds dumb, but I want to make sure I cover all the bases. Basically, they're saying that they can't do an investigation until her guilt or innocence is proven?
Exactly. They would not take a complaint.
That's very strange. You know what? Do you have the police department's phone number?
Not on hand, no.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can find it. Just a minute.
Yeah, I'm looking on this form here to see if there's anything on here.
Yes, ma'am. I have a question about how to report a complaint of police misconduct.
You usually have to speak with that officer's sergeant.
Okay. So there's no general information that you can give me about your complaint process?
That's it. You have to speak with their sergeant. So,
Well, how would I know what to ask him or what to bring or what to do if I can't get some information in advance? Do you have like a brochure? Is there any information you can tell me you need to fill out a complaint form? What are you going to connect me to the sergeant?
You have to speak to their sergeant, and they would advise on, their.
How do I find the sergeant?
Ask you questions.
How do I find the sergeant?
Asking you in where there's different stations that the policemen enter to do the roll calls, and that they work out of. That's what I'm trying to find out whereabouts this might have happened, so I can give you the correct station.
Okay, I'm willing to completely cooperate with your process. What I'm asking you is there any advance information that I can get about the process? Like what happens, how long it takes, where do you go, can you do it by mail? I'd like to know those things before I talk to the sergeant.
If you wish to do it by mail, you could, but we need to know whereabouts it happened so we can direct you to the right station. It's just a matter of speaking with their sergeant, that is all.
Okay. All right. And so you're gonna put. So if I give you the sergeant's name right now, you're going to tell me where to find him, correct?
Is it an actual sergeant or was it an officer that you're inquiring about?
Well, I mean, I'm asking. I'm going to tell you about the officers, and if I give you the officers' names, you'll be able to tell me who their sergeant is, correct?
Right. Is it an instance that they came out to speak with you, or?
Well, it's an incident of excessive force where someone was beaten up by a police officer, and I want to know what the procedure is to get that matter investigated.
I